these hormones are indirectly affecting the regulations, the mutations of the cells, thereby leading to breast cancer. We may also take hormones in the form of herbs. I hope we know that there are herbs that we take as enema. In our dialect, we call them ukebe. You know those traditional bed attendants now? A woman will just be working. She has difficulties in getting pregnant, and she goes to one traditional bed attendant. In my dialect, we call them Abia woman. And the Abia woman will give you concussions that she saw in the dream, or that was handed over to her by her ancestors, and you take them. Those herbs may contain hormones or hormonal components or whatever, or components that may predispose you to either a higher hormone or a lower hormone. So those are the ways that we take hormones, or the drugs that we buy in the market and take. Do you know that tramadol that our youth are abusing now is meant to treat something? Are you aware? So, you may take a drug without knowing what you are taking. That was why I came out yesterday and talked about supplements. You may take a supplement. China or India or Nigeria brings out a supplement, and you take that supplement and your skin glows. You become finer. You become swagalicious. Check very well. That supplement may be loaded with hormone that is regulating your body systems to make you finer. So those are the ways we take hormones. Risk factors, there are many. Having the first pregnancy after the age of 30 can predispose you to breast cancer. And not breastfeeding. And not doing what? Nowadays we see women that give birth to children, and they will tell you, I don't want to breastfeed my baby so that my breast will not. Gen Z, please, if you get pregnant and you give birth to a baby, please breastfeed your baby. Breastfeed your child. It helps to prevent breast cancer. Harmful alcohol use, I will not want to dwell much on that. Women take alcohol nowadays more than the male. Of course, alcohol is not the birthright of every man, but we are saying women should limit their consumption of alcohol. Smoking. Women now smoke all things. Shisha, everything. Cigarettes, Indian hemp. Women now smoke. They are being exposed to breast cancers. See, when we talk of breast cancers, we are not exaggerating. It may sound like these things are not happening, but I bet you, after this convention, come with me to the hospital, you will see the number of women that are down with breast cancer. It is not a child's play. And it is not anything like, God forbid, it is not my portion. Oh. And I also bet you that if we screen many of us seated here, we can have BRCA1 or BRCA2. So we are very serious about what we are saying. Of course, you know, I said 1 in 27. So if we group ourselves into 27 places, it means that it is either one of us or many of us seated here are down with breast cancer, or many of us has the tendency to develop breast cancers. God forbid. Okay, so the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences added burning wood or natural gas indoors. You see some people in a very enclosed place like this, they cook with fire inside. Firewood in an enclosed place. Or another one is hair straighteners and dye. Hair straighteners and dye. I want to flatten my hair. I want to tint my hair. And have you seen the current trend now that you will have a 3-year-old boy going to barb and you see dye all over a child? Have we been seeing it? Have we been seeing it? Mothers, please don't dye your child's hair. Hair products. Hair products use during adolescence. You start, for instance, if you are 12 years or you are a youth missionary, you start to dye your hair from youth missionary to parent body, to adulthood. You are exposed. So, those are the risk factors, our lifestyle that can predispose you to cancers. Do I need to talk about chemicals that we take in the form of food? Do I need to talk about chemicals that we are taking in the form of bleaching creams? Bleaching cream is now trending. You will see a very dark person. In fact, the problem is not even the darker ones. The problem is a fair person. That person is fair already, but you have seen that person has bleached. Do I need to talk about canned foods? Do I need to talk about processed foods? Do I need to talk about so many other things, sugary and all those carbonated drinks we take in the name of snacks and all of that? They are all risk factors. Now, what will you know or what will you see to know that, hey, there is a problem here? What are the signs and symptoms of breast cancer? Now, before I talk about the signs and symptoms, it is expected of any woman, even in her dream, to know the shape, the size, what her body looks like. Because if you have a normal body and an abnormal body, you can detect when something goes amiss. My time is up. Okay, let me just rush through. If you have a lump or swelling in your breast, if you have a change in the skin, such as puckering or dimpling. Puckering means that you have like small holes. Do you know the orange peel? The back of the orange. You know it is not smooth now. It has some dot inside. Or a place is depressed. If you have something like that, it calls for concern. A change in color. For instance, you are a fair person and you start developing a dark spot. It calls for concern. A nipple change. Nipple is supposed to be like this, pointed. But if it inverts, if it shifts inside, instead of pointing, it shifts inside, an inverted nipple, it calls for concern. Rash or crusting, unusual discharge. Some people, if you press their breast, you can have blood coming out from their breast. That is a signal that all is not well. Changes in the size and shape. For instance, if you notice that your left breast or your right breast is larger or bigger than others, it calls for concern. How do we prevent breast cancer? By you avoiding the risk factors that I mentioned, breastfeeding your baby if you are pregnant or a breastfeeding mother for as long as possible. The World Health Organization says mothers should breastfeed their children for 2 years. So breastfeeding your baby as long as you can. Then there's a test we call mammography. If you can afford mammography, especially from age 40, you can afford, you now do mammography. Mammography checks your breast to see if there are changes in your breast or you have cancer or likely developing cancer. Then early detection. I don't know if I can have like 5 more minutes. Can I be granted 5 more minutes? Okay. Now, there is an important part of this lecture that we call breast self-examination. It means that you have to examine your breast as a woman every month, once in a month. You have to examine your breast. I may not read what I have here, but let me just show you what you can do. After your menstruation, for instance, you are completing your menstruation today. After 3 days, you take a shower. After your shower, you stand in front of the mirror, your mirror in the house. And then you check the size of your breast. Check the contours of your breast. You check your nipple. You check your areola. Check everything. You must have known the size of your breast, what it feels like or what it is, the size. Now, if you notice that breast is larger or bigger than what it used to be, that's a red flag. That is one. Number 2, you palpate. When you stand in front of the mirror, if you want to palpate your left breast, you will use your right hand to palpate your left breast. So what you do is, you put your hand, this left hand, on the back of your head. Please, can I have an assistant? Somebody should just come. Okay. Put your left hand on. Good? Yes. Okay, cut. Yes. So, you use your 3 fingers. The 3 middle fingers. Please show me your 3 middle fingers. Okay, 3 middle fingers. And you palpate your breast in a circular motion. This is what I mean. No, you start from here because you have lymph nodes here in your armpit to the breast. So you start from your armpit in a circular motion. Good. You palpate, come down to the breast, go down, round your breast. Good. You go down to the whole size of your breast. No, you cannot have it now. I know my field worker is doing it as if she's doing. You cannot have it now. And you will not do it with your bra on. So you remove everything. So you go in that. Thank you, ma. Yes. Yes, ma. So you go in that circular motion. You palpate. With this hand here. You go round. After you have gone round, what are you checking? For any lump that looks like a stone. If you feel anything like a stone, please raise alarm. Call me. I will assist you. If you feel anything in your breast like a stone, please call me. After you have gone round, you now express or pinch your nipple and see if something will come out, like blood or any milky discharge. Please, am I understood? That is another method. Another method is you can lie down on, when you finish this side, you now keep this other hand, use your 3 fingers here and check this other side. Am I understood? Alternatively, you can lie on your bed on a flat surface, put a pillow here under your shoulders and lie down. There's a pillow here, and then you do the same thing. When you finish that side, put a pillow here and do the same thing. What are you checking for? A stone in the breast, a lump in the breast. Anything that feels like a lump in the breast, please report as soon as you detect it. So in conclusion, Performing a monthly breast self-examination is a simple way to stay on top of breast health and detect any changes early. Try working it into your regular routine. I said we should perform it how frequently? How frequently? Every month after your menstruation. Every month. If you are not menstruating again, if you are menopausal, you can still do it at any time, monthly. So, the more often you do it, the more familiar you will become with what is normal for you. That way, if something ever feels different, you will notice it right away. If you detect anything, you will notice it right away without having to wait till it becomes to a stage that maybe stage 3 or stage 4. Contact a health personnel and visit the hospital for any changes that you observed in the breast. Remember, early detection is key. Thank you very much.
Hello? Hallelujah! You will not be able to go to school and learn this, so this is the best place you need to learn. And we want to say thank you to teacher. This is no lecturer, it's teacher. Thank you so much. But before we say anything else, let's put our hands together. Zion applause. If only this area, I have not seen people clapping here. Please clap. 1, 2, 3, go. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for your daughters. No, not the hand. Tell your husband, it's good that you know today, always we have thought breast cancer is just for women. Is it not so? But today, by the time I passed, I heard when she said, not only women, that men do have it, though very minimal number. But be careful. Are you not blessed today? Are you not blessed today? Okay, any question? Do you have any question? We are on our first lane. The chief questioner, come. How many? Who else has a question? Men, you can help your women. Please, boys, young women, you can help your mama. Mama, you can help daughter. Any other question? Okay. Come.
Thank you, Mr. Lecturer. I have only one question. My question is, can staying without male hormones cause breast cancer in women? If not, what hormonal changes or factors can increase a woman's risk of developing breast cancer?
Thank you.
Then my own question is, as I was passing, going somewhere, I heard when she said, the way as you grow older, there's tendency for you to have breast cancer. At that time,